Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But inside is so delightful.
It's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Let's review.
You.
And me. Season
Season
3.
3. Bum.
Bum. That's right, folks. It is Christmas in July 2016. We are hit the light at the end of the tunnel, BlueDragonFive. I can see it. Maybe cutting down from 31 to 25 is helping with that, but I digress. Only a few more to go for this season of Christmas in July. And frankly, as much as I enjoy doing this, I am kind of done with this and glad to be moving on to other things in August. But, Dragon, we have something very special to attend to. We have what is highly regarded as one of the best Christmas specials of all time. Dragon, I will let you get to some background on that. But first, do you know what other group of people hailing from Minneapolis, Minnesota, make awesome content?
Enlighten us.
It's the Movie Machine Podcast! That's right, folks. The Mary Tyler Moore Show and the band The Whole Steady aren't the only awesome things to come out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We also have the Movie Machine Podcast, run by our good friends at Super Academy, and who make Super Academy, not at Super Academy. Yeah, run by the good friends who produce Super Academy, Kyle Decker, Ben Lifson, Jacob Gulliver. It's what happens when you take four funny people and improv a movie based on a random story generator really, really fast. Again, Mary Tyler Moore takes place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Movie Machine Podcast hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Can you believe the synergy, Dragon? Can you believe the synergy?
I can't wrap my mind around it.
Go to hotchocolatemedia.net to check it out. All right. So, Dragon, we did the Lou Grant Show Christmas special last year. Now we're tackling the big one. Now we're tackling the show that Lou Grant spun off from. Lou Grant also has a really fun role in this. We're tackling the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I have virtually no experience with this show. I have more experience with the Dick Van Dyke Show, which is, of course, where Mary Tyler Moore broke out from. Literally, all I know about this show is that, hey, Minnesota, and my favorite band, The Hold Steady, one of my favorite bands, The Hold Steady, is from there, and also the Super Academy folks are from there. Ha ha ha. So, Dragon, why don't you give us a refresher on Mary Tyler Moore, and also why don't you kind of fill us in on how this is regarded as one of the best of all time?
Well, I can. I'm not sure how much I can help on the second one, but I'll illuminate you on the importance of Mary Tyler Moore. Maybe that'll kind of fill the blanks. So, Mary
I
Tyler
kind of
Moore.
want to hear your sources on the best of all time.
Well, I mean, I can, then I'll build to it. So, basically, a real quick summation. So, Mary Tyler Moore, for anyone out there who isn't aware of the very small population, I assume, Mary Tyler Moore means a very
Your
iconic,
audio is super staticky.
Yeah, what about now?
Super staticky.
Great. All right, what about now?
Still super staticky. Go out, come back in. I'll hold them off with the movie machine, all right?
All right.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. All right, so that's right, folks. Go to the Movie Machine Podcast at hotchocolatemedia.net. Again, I can't emphasize enough. Mary Tyler Moore is an awesome show, hailing from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And this is another awesome thing, hailing from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Can I say that again? I don't know. Anyways, this week on the Movie Machine Podcast, we have episode 21, Return to Saturn, a hip-hop influenced sci-fi conspiracy, starring Sean Paul, Morgan Freeman, and a bunch of other people. All right.
Hello.
All right, you sound a lot better now. All right, cool.
Well, go figure. Anyway, so the importance of Mary Tyler Moore, folks, is that Mary Tyler Moore was a show that pretty much was the definitive sitcom in the 70s. It was the definitive show. For many people, basically, we wouldn't have Friends without the show, practically. I mean, even the Friends writers, so they pretty much, they're watching very iconic kind of finales to the TV series, and Mary Tyler Moore was the creme de la creme in their opinion. So you don't have Friends without this show. Again, you don't have like all the iconic kind of sitcoms we hold. You don't have your Home Improvement. You don't have all your other stuff. Basically, this is kind of like the friends at the workplace kind of banding together. It's kind of your odd group of characters kind of befriending one another. This is like the classic example. This ran for 7 years from 19. Basically, it was the show in the 70s.
Okay.
And basically, again, it's an endearing character. Again, it's a really pure show when it comes down to it. It's Mary Tyler Moore. There's really very little bad about this show. I mean, again, maybe some 70s kitsch now and again, but it's always really just basically you can tell like there were some kind of trends of the time. But Mary Tyler Moore, she never like became a uber feminist or anything. She was always just kind of like just pretty much the theme song kind of sells it on. Like you really root for this girl. She
classic theme song, really good theme song.
Absolutely, just this girl. She moves to the big. She moves to a city. She goes to Lou Grant's new state. She goes to Lou Grant for a job as a secretary. Secretary job's taken, so she becomes I believe an associate producer of some kind. And basically, for the 6 o'clock news show, it's Ted Baxter does the news on air for. And she's part of the writers' room. She oversees things. It's kind of a great little premise for a show. And she also has some fun neighbors like Rhoda, who again, the show also like All in the Family got tons and tons of spin-offs.
Right.
When I say the fan of shows of the 70s, I mean, this is kind of like, this All in the Family, kind of those classic shows. It's like one of those things. It's a different beast, though, in their own right. Like, this is less, All in the Family is much more of kind of like like going to the theater almost. It's really much kind of like a one-act play structure,
Yeah, and it was also a lot more cynical than this show is.
Exactly. All in the Family is a little more edgy. And this, Lou Grant, the follow-up to this show, again, Lou Grant, Rhoda, Phyllis, all sorts of different shows that spun off from this show. Like Lou Grant was a show that then took on kind of the edgier issues as time went on, under Ed Asner's tutelage in that regard.
And you know what? I'll probably have to post a link to the Christmas in July we did on Lou Grant last year, because that was definitely one of the best episodes we did from last season.
But let me just wrap up here by saying, again, Lou Grant, we don't have the Lou Grant show. We don't have the wonderfulness of Ed Asner without this show, because again, this show is really kind of what made him to the indelible mark on culture.
We wouldn't have Ed Asner just saying, "Hi, I'm Ed Asner," and then flipping the switchblade without this show.
We don't. I mean, this is what made his career. It's like the whole. He was still a good actor before that. This is like what put him all over the globe. Again, the most famous delivery in all of television, most likely, is one of the most famous deliveries in all of television. Is, you know what? You got spunk.
Yeah, totally.
Again, you don't have that without he was the beloved curmudgeon boss that he was always a crusty on the outside, but he always had a soft spot for Mary Tyler Moore. He's always like really nice to her, all that stuff. She could always get past the crusty shell. And anyway, so then we get this episode. Now I was just looking through. I was thinking about we love Lou Grant so much, and it'd be great if we can do Mary Tyler Moore. I know there's tons of Christmas episodes from Mary Tyler Moore. There must be. You might think, I'm not sure how many there are, but apparently there's at least 2, given our troubles in making this one today. But basically, so I looked back to the earliest one, because I figured we started from square one, and I found a little thing on Wikipedia, and I kind of looked into it a smidge and some other sites, and just kind of found, wow, this is a TV Guide kind of ranked this is like the best Christmas themed television episode, and it's well regarded on many other holiday special lists. I guess just because I think it's just so pure and so innocent. I think that's kind of why it's on there.
Right.
There's really not a lot of background for it. It's just it was a show where all the stars coalesced. A lot of really funny people got into a room together, and it's 7 years of TV that also gives God knows how many spin-offs, and kind of laid the map out. Here's how you had a whole bunch of characters kind of interacting off each other, and you have a lot of memorable episodes in the process, and that's what we got here.
Okay, so let's do it. Without further ado, let's take a look at what TV Guide considers to be the greatest Christmas special of all time. Big task at hand, Dragon. Big task at hand. All right.
Okay, let's see. So we started with Mary's on the phone. She's telling her mom she can't get off early for Christmas Eve, because it is a newsroom, so pretty much every day is newsworthy. But she promised, look, Mom, I'll drive fast. Why? Because I want to see you. I'll drive fast, make it like an hour.
All right, I won't drive fast. All right. Don't worry, Mom. Don't worry. Okay, fine. I won't be there until 1 in the morning.
That's the great thing about Mary right there. Like, she's always so pleasantly always, oh my God, that Mary is like, she's like Norma Bates is.
Oh God. Okay. You know what? God damn it, Dragon. I wish I had pennies right now, because we need to track how many times we're going to have Norma Bates references in this podcast.
But tell me,
I swear to God, Mary Tyler Moore is like total just Norma Bates DNA, just all over the place.
But I'm not crazy with that, right? You see how pleasant
No,
and how
but let's just try and keep it to a minimum. Let's not turn this entirely into a Bates Motel podcast. We'll have that at the end of Christmas in July. But no, I totally agree. I totally agree.
We do have a running theme this season. People will see why.
That's true. That's true.
Anyways. I mean, still, I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. I mean, there was like she's so pleasantly, also adorable. This Mary, you know, she's like
pleasant. She's adorable. She has a great sense of fashion. Yeah, she has a total like so sad moment in the episode.
Yep. And she can throw a hat in the air and let it freeze and like freeze midair.
Purifer Miga needs to recreate that opening sequence. I swear.
Anyway, so point is that Mary's just being all pleasant on the phone, saying, here's the fact she says she wants to visit her mom for the holidays. I don't know why. She's like, you don't see that these days. You know, we need those kind of bits of pleasance. It's always like, I can't stand being around family around the holidays. It's always that now. It's like never this, you know. Anyway, so she says she promises her mother, okay, I'll drive solo. I'll get there at 1 a.m. instead of 9 o'clock. So let's see. So then Lou Grant points out. I love this. I love how decorated her desk. Just to show you how much you love this. Yes. Look at this desk. It's like seriously, it's one of the best decorated things we talked about in all Christmas in July. I kid you not. I love it's like little Santa things on our desk. Says Merry Christmas, and then Lou Grant points out, oh, boo! Look at that. Look how decorated your desk is. All you're missing is electric train set.
And I bet you have a nativity scene in the drawer there. Oh yeah, I do. Check it out. Oh wow! Oh, I was only kidding.
Oh, that's great. Just he goes and Ed Asner going to deliver this with so much sincerity. Incredible. So I'm sure Ed Asner loves this because he loves playing Santa Claus. I'm sure he likes Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the guess. Anyway, so it's Mary asked to leave early on Christmas Eve, and you think, oh boy, we're set on kind of a Scrooge thing. They point that out in a lovely way in a moment. But let's see. So basically, it's basically kind of leave early on Christmas Eve, and then Lou Grant invites her into the office to talk to her, which is it's not exactly being. It's like being called in the principal's office. The principal doesn't yell at you. You know, it's like I want to sit down and have a talk with you, Mary. So first of all, we have this hilarious image where it's Lou Grant sits down like long night, just sitting down. And his face is pointed at the desk, and what is he looking at, Tiki?
Just a tiny tree, like a tree that would make the Charlie Brown tree look like the original Perry Nelson tree from the Lois and Clark special. Just a tiny tree.
Compared Perry what tree?
The Perry White tree from the Lois and Clark special.
Forgive me, I don't know why. I heard you say Perry Nelson.
I might have said Perry Nelson because I'm sorry if I did. If I did, I apologize.
I just want to check my hearing on it. I was like, oh my god, why did I just think of Perry Nelson? Anyway, so we have an adorable little tree, and it says, Mary says, well, you needed something in the room. It says, it's not going to drop needles on the desk, is it? Anyway, so Lou Grant gently, as he always does, again, from the get-go, he always has a soft spot for Mary out of anyone in the newsroom. So he basically kind of gently says, Mary, I've been doing this for, I think he says 7 years. It was kind of ironic if that's the case. He says, Mary, I've been doing this for 7 years, and you know what? I've always worked on Christmas. And then basically, Mary just doesn't quite get what he's saying. So again, Lou Grant, lovely and gently, he kind of explains to her, you have to work on Christmas, Mary. Again, it's not like playful. It's like, you have to work on Christmas. I'm crushing your dreams of your delusions of grandeur. It's none of that. It's just saying.
He's basically just explaining it's part of the profession.
Yeah. And Mary, again, she was asking about getting off early on on Christmas Eve. Getting off early on Christmas Eve, where again she's thinking she's gonna have all Christmas Day spent with her mother as she exposits in the scene, which is why Lou Grant has such difficulty. She says, well, Mary takes it like a trooper, as she always does, and it's why we love her. At least why I love her with pieces. Anyway, so she takes it like a trooper, and she says, well, I'll go call my mom, and then then Lou Grant I think is one of the best lines we've had Christmas Day. He says, why do I have
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you do it.
Why do I have a feeling I'm going to be visited by 3 ghosts tonight?
Just one of the finest lines in all of Christmas. Oh boy.
So, let's see. Would Lou Grant be the self-aware Scrooge?
Well, that's an interesting question. You know
what? I actually kind of feel like the more and more we get into Christmas in July, the harder it is to play Scrooges. I don't know. I feel like that's become a thing this season. Like, we've had to kind of make up several variants. Like, I remember last year, we were super stoked to come up with the Mirror Scrooge from Lou Grant, and that was like the first time we'd ever done like a variant on Scrooge. And this year, it feels like we're coming up with different combinations all the time. Anyways.
Yeah, it's really hard to say because, I mean, Lou Grant does come around as well as everyone else. They all come around, but again, Lou Grant, it's like he instantly comes around. It's like he's not doing anything bad. He's right from the get, right in this scene right here, he's calling himself and being a Scrooge. I mean, self-aware Scrooge, maybe.
Okay, we'll see.
And I want to say that we have a bad guy in this. Well, isn't that a bad guy, just kind of a slimy guy?
Maybe we can come up with a fusion Scrooge. Anyways.
It's going to help. Anyway. So let's see. So Mary and Rhoda, good old Rhoda.
Mm-hmm.
Mary and Rhoda, they're decorating the big old tree in Mary's apartment. Mary always had such a nice apartment. She always did. Nice big old space.
And this is one of my favorite things about just like the sitcoms of this era is kind of like the backdrop with the snow in the window. Again, we saw that with
Bob Newhart.
Yeah, Bob Newhart. Thank you.
So they're decorating the tree. Rhoda abstains from decorating. Well, Mary's mainly decorating. Rhoda's just keeping her company, sitting down, asking, "Hey, Rhoda, don't you want to help me decorate?" She says, "I'm decorating the department store all day. I don't need to decorate any more trees." And,
Mary, I don't understand why you don't hang up pantyhose. They hold a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know if you understand. Again, Rhoda was the most prominent of the spinoff, short of Lou Grant, and because Lou Grant was the most controversial, Rhoda was the most kind of famous, I guess, because she had a relation. I don't know this for sure. At some point they got her married, then they got her divorced because they ran out of ideas.
Oh God.
So I mean, it was up and down in that regard. But the point is, Rhoda was always like she was a fan favorite of the show because she was like the sassy neighbor, kind of like her Kramer, but a lot more kind of like she was like a real kind of like Mary's friend of the city who knew the city. That's the idea, like her street smart friend. Like she worked in kind of like the lower class, where Mary's like working in a newsroom, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Really down to earth, fun friend. So Rose like always fun with the one-liners here. Then Phyllis comes over, and Phyllis I'm always in conflict with. This is the Cloris Leachman performance I'm not too crazy about. So Phyllis comes in, how she got a brief spin-off, we'll never know. So Phyllis comes in, looks like she's bearing gifts. Basically she's the highfalutin high society one. That's how that goes. You can tell how that puts Phyllis in conflict with Rhoda. Oh, what shenanigans and one-liners. Anyways, let's see. So let's see. So basically, Phil said, "Oh, well, excuse me." Again, she's always just played over the top, and I like my Cloris Leachman like Frau Blucher from Young Frankenstein. That's my
sure.
Everybody else says. I hate Malcolm in the Middle, Cloris Leachman. That's that.
Oh God.
We've gotten into that anyway. So,
yes, we have.
Like she's mentioned, I'm a real nut for Christmas, and like Rhoda's a real nut for Hanukkah. She's Jewish also. That was her other, as the Cleveland shows point out rather directly at times. That was her main shtick. She was Jewish, which I argue is not her main shtick, but also a notable aspect. Mm-hmm. And let's see, then basically saying also Phyllis is going with like extra with the phlegm on Hanukkah and says, yes, Hanukkah and Christmas. Just making fun. Let's see, so basically Phyllis is coming over to ask if she can hide Phyllis has a daughter named Bess, like a little girl that's been on the show a few times. Basically, she can hide her daughter's gifts in Mary's apartment. Mm-hmm. Which includes seemingly a transparent doll, which is like really, with a human head with like the see-through organs, really gross. Like who would give any child this? And there was this really stylish doll, I guess, for the time. It was a real huge doll. I'm surprised how tall it was. It's as tall as the kid.
I think it's just kind of like a different style of doll that they had during that era. That's not really prominent anymore.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's kind of a blast from the past. Anyway, let's see. So basically, they jokingly say, like, "Oh, what are you getting, Dr. Lars? Oh, you should get him this dog and see its intestines." Says, yes, that is for him.
Okay.
So he let Phyllis pick her own gift this year. I picked cash. Which is pretty funny. He says, "Yeah." Okay. Also, I noticed a little detail as Phyllis leaves, like she's leaving to do her own Christmassy stuff. I love the fact. Look how decorated Mary is. How creative Mary is with the decorations. She gift wrapped the door. That's awesome.
Yes, I knew you were going to bring it up.
I love that she gift wrapped the door. Look at her, so cute. And she has like a little Santa thing over the coat rack. All really nice.
Take that picture frame over the peephole, friends. That's how you decorate a door.
Anyway, so after we see the gift wrap door, let's see. So Mary comments that this is the first time. Basically, she won't be at home for Christmas time. Points that out to Rhoda. It's the first time. It's going to be kind of weird having Christmas and not spending it at home.
She has a kind of an interesting memory where she says, like, on the way to the grandparents' house, they pass by the diner and she'd see the little old men having dinner all alone.
Now she's the little old man.
Oh, God.
She's one of the little old men. That's hilarious.
And Rhoda, that's a great delivery. She's like, oh, well, Mary, I was depressed on Christmas, and I thought I'd come over and cheer, and you could cheer me up. And, well, she's not doing a good job. Yeah, she's not doing a good job at it.
Anyway, so the mayor suggests, well, why don't we have Christmas Eve together? Yeah, why don't we spend Christmas Eve together? Because I won't be able to have you over for Christmas Day. And he says, oh, okay, Rose a little reluctant because she's not used to that sort of thing. But, like Mary's trying to sell her on, we could lighten this a lot of Christmas shows for me, account racking up by the end, by the way.
Oh, God.
Light the tree,
right.
Basically light the tree, stoke the fireplace, have some eggnog, presents. What do you say? And she says, okay.
I love this exchange right here. Mary's like, oh, we could exchange gifts too. And then Rhoda wants a hint at what Mary's getting her. And then she's just like, Mary, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm very competitive and I want to get you something better. I love that. That was one of the funniest lines of the episode, I thought.
That's what I'm saying. That's the charm of Rhoda. She's very transparent, but she's very earnest about it. She says, look, I'm just going to be really straightforward with you. I want to show you up, so tell me, just give me a But again, it's like not out of like pettiness or like I have to do that. All nice things. These two are just such a great pair. Again, they were the Jerry and Kramer of things, They were the Jerry and Kramer of the 70s. So let's see. So following Rhoda shenanigans, what do we got?
Ted coming in.
Ted, yes, Ted. Now Ted Knight, Tiki. I don't know if you, of course, you know Ted Knight, right? Yeah. Super Friends. Yeah. So from the Super Friends. Anyway, so Ted Knight is Ted Baxter in this case. Ted Baxter, he's coming in. He's griping to. He gripes to Murray and Mary and everyone in the room that why can't we have a Christmas party? I don't know, everyone else is having a Christmas party. Even Chuckles the Clown. Now, Tiki, I don't know if Chuckles the Clown is the most famous episode of Mary Tyler Moore.
I've heard something about that. Yeah.
Basically, they hinted him here. This is the first season, by the way, which is really I forget how much was in the first Christmas episode in the first season. Usually, we're dealing with season 2 episodes being Christmas.
That's
episodes.
true. That is kind of usually the trope. Yeah.
But,
hey, Clown, you're not funny.
Yeah, I had no idea Chuckles the Clown was set up early in season, set up before the episode, because basically the gag was Chuckles the Clown, a character we'd never see. His gruesome demise was described.
Oh, God.
And they go to a clown's funeral, and basically the priest or the father, whoever's giving the eulogy, he basically he kind of reads off Chuckles' rap sheet, essentially basically saying, Chuckles, he used to be known for all these funny things. He's describing the funny things, and Mary tells everyone, hey, don't laugh. It's not polite at funerals. And then, however, she can't. She's uncontrollably laughing through the whole thing, and they're all giving her looks, and she's trying to cover it up. And I won't spoil the rest of it, because it's one of those hilarious things in all television.
Okay.
Chuckles the Clown's a very famous episode. Anyway, this is a little fun little reference I had no idea they were going to put in there, so a little anecdote there. So anyway, says, you're not funny, Clown, like you said. Sorry. Lou Grant reminds Ted, I love this story, Tiki. I love this story.
Go ahead.
Lou Grant reminds Ted that why they don't have a Christmas party, that Ted's the reason why they don't have a Christmas party. And Murray's like, well, what happened? Again, it's her first season. She's still getting used to things. She doesn't know all the stories. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. So Murray, who's her best pal at work, by the way, Murray Slaughter, the writer. Murray explains to Mary, well, Ted, one Christmas, drunkenly, like we all do, like many of us do, we get a little hammered, a little schlock around the holidays, and basically, Ted had a few too many. He drunkenly told off the boss, and then Lou Grant kind of inflects there, says, on the air. But then it's revealed it's not exactly Lou Grant, it was the president. President of the United States. And what was the reason, Tiki?
Because Ted sent a Christmas card and he got mad when he didn't get one back.
So he chastised the commander-in-chief on a live news broadcast.
Would have been Nixon at the time, right?
No, 70s. Yeah, wait.
Either Nixon or Carter.
No, I think it'd be Nixon.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be Nixon. Because All in the Family always referenced Nixon.
That's true. Anyway.
You said it was Vietnam, wasn't that linked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
fixing it right.
Make sure I'm not somehow screwing that up. Anyway, so history buffs. So anyway, let's see. So then Fred enters. I don't know if Fred's a regular guy. So he comes in. I think he's a one-off person. I have no idea. He might be reoccurring. So
Okay.
I've watched the show, but I haven't watched the whole thing through again. It's been many years.
Right.
So I'm gonna points. Fred.
Is this by Scrooge?
Well, here's the thing. He doesn't learn anything. So
I know that's the thing.
that's the thing. So I can't. Again, Lewis, technically, he's like the fastest Scrooge we've ever seen because he calls himself on it instantly.
right. All right, we'll just go with that. Lou's like insta
He's a quickie
Scrooge.
He's quickie Scrooge.
Oh god. Okay.
Or insta. What do you like better, quickie Scrooge or insta Scrooge?
Insta Scrooge.
Insta Scrooge. So Fred's grumpy. He's walking in the door saying, "Oh, I gotta work Christmas Eve. Let's go work New Year's Eve." You know, this guy's just, this guy's slimy guy. And Murray takes the opportunity to kind of quickly leave his gift on Mary's desk. That Gavin McLeod. Ooh, that Murray. So Mary tells him that, Murray, did you put this in my... We agreed on no gifts. It's the principle of the thing. Anyways, he says, here's yours. It's just these two.
I don't know what to say, Murray, except here's yours. She pulls the present out of her drawer.
Adorable. Yep. So, and then, by the way, I guess you didn't know, this is James L. Brooks was involved with this show.
Dude, you don't have to lay out a history lesson for me. I know my stuff about this.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, James L. Brooks. Yeah, come on. I'm a huge Simpsons fan.
No, just making sure.
Sorry, don't mean to chastise you. I'm just saying, James L. Brooks. Of course.
I was saying this at the beginning. It sounded like you didn't know about Mary Tyler Moore. I was just recapping.
No. I'm just saying, I haven't really watched all of Mary Tyler Moore, but I know the general gist of it. So
okay, that's I was assuming you didn't know anything. Okay, sorry.
No, I mean especially James L. Brooks, just because, like I said, I'm a big Simpsons guy. So
I bring it up at this juncture because this feels so James L. Brooks-ish, that sort of thing. That's why it's brought up. Let's see. Anyway, so after the fun little gift moment there, is into Mary's about to invite. It sounds like Mary's about to invite Murray to her Christmas party, but before she is interrupted by Silver Santa.
Oh, God.
Ted Baxter giving out gifts. He says, "Oh, it's all your good old Silver Santa here. He's giving out Christmas presents." And then
personalized gifts, very personalized.
Then Blue grants the first up, and he says, and he holds out what's obviously a record of some guy. Says, "Oh, gee, I wonder what it is."
It's either a record album or a very stiff high pitcher.
Anyway, so then Murray always gives Ted the business too, folks at home. Always gives Ted the business with a bunch of one-liners and quiz. Ted's the dumb guy. That's what he is. He actually is the Kramer. I should rephrase. Rhoda's not exactly the Kramer. Ted is more so the Kramer. Anyway, so he says only Ted Baxter can make Christmas feel like a mail call because he's just calling everyone in the room. Says, "Okay, you, now you." And what does he give him, Tiki?
He gives him a personalized LP of all of Ted's best newscasts throughout the year.
A year in review as read by Ted Baxter.
Oh God.
It's my best stuff. Well, I'm surprised you need a whole LP for that.
that was a great line, and I also kind of noticed, is this show like a film before a live studio audience show?
Yes.
Okay, good, because this is a very weird observation, but upon the LP line, there's some woman in the audience who gives the most delighted belly laugh. They're just LP. I'm sorry. Very random observation. That just stuck in my memory.
Anyway, so then Fred tries to get Mary to Fred. They kind of wanders over Mary. He says, "Oh, Mary, heard about." Again, apparently word travels fast in this newsroom. Mm-hmm. Oh, Fred says to Mary, "Oh, Mary, I heard that you won't be able to. You didn't know we were working Christmas Day. I feel so bad for you." But basically, you can slimily ask her if she can cover for him on Christmas Eve so we can go home. And first thing, no, heck no, Fred, get your own thing. Basically, he offers I'll work New Year's Eve for you. You work Christmas Eve for me because she doesn't have. Basically, she doesn't have to work Christmas Eve at all because I want to say Lou Grant gave her off Christmas Eve I think he gave her off Christmas Eve.
Something like that.
Anyway, point is
Or I think what it is that she's working on Christmas Eve, but she gets out off at a certain time, and then this guy has the night shift. I think that's what it is. And she's covering the night shift.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
the point is, like, Fred then pulls out kind of the unfair coach. I love in this special and the next one we have like that's not fair moment.
right.
Not as dramatic as Bruce Wayne from Gotham saying that's not fair.
really, you have to.
Well, actually, no. He says that's not right.
Oh, God. Okay.
His friend he trusted lied to him.
God.
That's not right.
That's a really random reference, but I appreciate it. Anyways.
So again, Fred says he wants to spend Christmas with the kids. He never gets to spend Christmas with his kids because he always has this shift. And then Barry says, "That's not fair."
That's not fair. There was time now.
That's not. There was time. There was time. Anyway, so. So basically, then Mary says, "Well, at least can you cover for me while I get some dinner?" He says, "Yeah." And Mary, I feel terrible about this. Well, good. And again, this was constantly Mary's flaw. She's too darn nice and too darn
sure.
Because I mean, of course, only
Which is a great flaw to have. If you're gonna have a flaw, that's a good one to have.
Yeah, what you get? It's like, you can completely buy, this Mary's like going out of her way to help people. She really is. She doesn't have to help this guy. She doesn't have to help this schmo. This guy's actually taking advantage of her, and that's not right. That is not fair. To quote Bruce Wayne, that's not right.
Okay, will you stop with the Bruce Wayne?
Sorry, Gotham season 3's on my mind. It's getting crazier.
Oh God. We'll podcast about that when we get a trailer, all right? Anyways.
Anyway, let's see. So after that, good. So, let's see. So Rhoda brings a big old. You want to take us through some of this because you like Rhoda?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, first of all, she's like, "Hey, Mary, I have to open the door. I'm not coming in yet because I have to grab this present that's so big because I have to open the door to get it through the door."
I'm sure you love this, given your Bob Newhart frustrations.
Of course. Although I still want to see what that giant flat present is on the Bob Newhart show.
It was probably a painting or something, right? Let it go.
Okay.
Or a surfboard.
But anyways, so yeah, it's Mary opens it up, and it's basically like just this all-in-one oven,
rotisserie, like it's like an all-in-one rotisserie oven of some kind. You can toast things, you can solder things, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. It's toaster, it's an oven, it's a cooker.
And Rhoda, she's using it all like examples just with eggs. You can fry an egg, you can barbecue an egg, you can use the oven for basic baked eggs.
And basically, I love the American. "Oh, Rhoda, you went too elaborate on this." She says, "No, I get a discount at the department store. It's fine," which makes a lot of sense for Rhoda. Rhoda knows how to find a bargain.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so then Mary says, "Well, I got you something that was nice in comparison." But I love this. I love that Rhoda really genuinely appreciates this for what it is. Totally. Mary got her like the perfect shirt she could have used. And says like, "Oh my God, Mary, it's a great shirt. It goes exactly with the suit. Why do you think I knew exactly what to get you? Come on, it's me." And just gave her like the perfect shirt to go with her suit. Really nice. Yeah, good old Mary. Sorry, I know I keep saying good old Mary. It's been a while since I've seen Mary Tyler Moore, and I get the most debates things in my mind, which is so accurate.
Oh God.
She over Mary. Sorry.
Okay.
So anyway, so following that, Mary breaks the news to Rhoda that. And I love that she doesn't even want to go into the whole logistics of the story because it sounds like, why the heck did you beckon to that one guy? Says, I don't even want to go into it. Basically explain the whole situation. She will not be able to spend Christmas Eve with her. Rhoda's bummed. He says, "Well, look after her then." "No, it's going to be midnight." And it says, anyway, so basically wishes her, and basically Rhoda's bummed. She was all hyped up and then let down yet again. Poor Rhoda. She is, he says, he wishes her, says, "Well, Merry Christmas because I won't see you for Eve, day, I'll see you afterwards. So Merry Christmas." And then we have like a most sad sandwich moment you've ever seen. I mean, folks, we've seen murders over sandwiches. We've never seen, again, this is like, I mean, come on, Tiki. One last reference to it. This is the saddest.
It's so sad.
It's just like the saddest Vera Farmiga sandwich moment you've ever seen.
I just want to see Vera Farmiga posing with a pouty face and a sandwich. I just want that in my life.
Oh, God. We've had Norman making that sandwich for that picnic. I'd love to go on a picnic with you, Norman.
Anyways,
He says, "Oh, it's not for you." And anyway, we're drifting off. I'm sorry, Ted is making like Ted's on air. He's making like a UFO Santa joke, basically saying, "Oh, there's been an unidentified flying object sighted, and there's 8 tiny reindeer."
Man was heard to say, "Ho, ho, ho. Anyone knowing the identity of the man, please contact the nearest child."
God, Merry Christmas to you and yours from me and mine. And then Murray's saying, "Murray, did you actually write that for him?" No, he writes the holiday stuff himself. It's the only story Ted wrote in his life. He made copies. He makes copies of them every year. He still has them.
Thousands of copies.
Yep. Murray, let's see. Murray asked Mary, and this is their dynamic, Tiki. Again, it's so funny because in the beginning they wanted to make Murray like her enemy, but
that's really funny. That really backfired, I guess, because this guy is so freaking pleasant. It's not even funny.
That's the thing. It's so funny. It's like in the beginning that you'll see there's only one scene where they kind of hint that Murray maybe not liking Mary, and then it instantly disappears because then they realize, oh my god, no, these two have the perfect chemistry.
Right.
Basically, literally the best comparison I had before I move on is I think it's basically Fran Fine and Niles from The Nanny. It's basically the butler and the nanny. From that show and this show, it's really like they're the closest of pals. They share everything with each other. So Murray's like saying, he's on his way out, and he kind of quickly begs to his friend here, "Mary, tell me why? why did you take that dumb old Fred's shift? Why?" Says, it says, "Well, he used the family card on me." He says, "His family's not all that great. They got an aluminum tree." No one can sell that line but Gavin McLeod. Just like the most sincere, most petty thing, but make it like endearing. It's like, oh no, women and children, they don't count. I mean, they suck. It's the only way you can get away with it.
Oh god.
Anyway, so then Luke calls Mary, and oh my god, this scene is brilliant. All the Lou Grant scenes and all Mary Tyler Moore, just take my word for the perfect. I mean, any ones you've seen, I'm sure we could agree on that. Little Lou Grant scenes
definitely.
So Lou Grant calls Mary in and basically says, I always love that Lou Grant does his own typing in his office.
Right.
He's typing in his office and says, "Oh, Mary, there's something on the desk. There's something on the desk for you. A letter came for you." And basically says, "Oh, who's it from? Me." Yeah, she opens it and she's, "Oh my god, Mr. Grant, this is." She reads a little Christmas poem of some kind.
She starts to read it, and then Lou Grant's like, "Yeah,
I don't want to hear about any random card. Just stuff." Anyways, like it's sentiment. Again, crusty curmudgeon guy. We love him. Yeah, no Carl Fredrickson without Lou Grant, folks.
Oh god.
Anyways, then he says, then that Mary gets to the inside the card, I guess, and she finds a check. He says, "Oh, Mr. Grant, this is way too much." And he says, "Oh, no, it's fine." Basically, included is a check, and he says, "Oh, it's a blank check? What?" He says, "Oh, that's a mistake." And he basically takes it and says, he's thinking of a figure. But I love that it kind of reads that way. The audience instantly gets it. It's a blank check, and obviously you have to write them out on a blank check. You see Mary like really uncomfortable, maybe I should go. No. Basically, Luger's not picking up on the subtlety of this at all. He's saying,
Right.
I'm just basically, I need to think of a figure here. Just all it's missing is an amount. He really contemplates it for a moment. He kind of like peeks around, writes down a figure, puts it in the cards. Yeah, give me the card back, and then also you want the envelope. He licks the envelope. I love that he pounds the envelope.
Yeah, he pounds it on the
Merry Christmas, That's all. I think the world will be a much better place. We said Ed Asner wishes a Merry Christmas and give us cards just like that. How great!
Every year.
Let's see. So Lou Grant, he feels, and this is the moment that really melts my heart. Tiki is this moment right here. Oh God, it's so beautiful. This is why I love Lou Grant. Because Lou Grant is such a wonderful human being. I know I'm gushing over this. Let me have it. So Lou Grant, he feels bad for Mary being alone around the holidays, and he says, "Mary, I've heard around here. Says, you shouldn't be hearing around. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, I hear around you the fact you're going to be all alone here in this building. Basically makes him feel guilty." He says, "Oh no, I don't have the cleaning crew." He says, "Nope, no, you won't. The cleaning crew doesn't work on Christmas Eve. They do something or other." I says, "Well, the guard then, the night watchman." "No, there's only one night watchman. He's 12 floors down." Which definitely makes her feel safe, right? So let's see. So then, and this is what I love. Lou Grant,
This was also, for me, definitely the most sentimental moment of the episode. So I'm totally with you.
Not only in the Lou Grant special does that man get us, but here, oh my, this is the OG Lou Grant, folks. This is the OG. Lou Grant. This is the Lou Grant says he offers to stay and like look. Again, the curmudgeon boss. The folks. This is the curmudgeon boss smile here. He says, "Well, look, I'll. How about I stay here? I'll do some paperwork. You go." So, no. Basically, she refuses. She wants to avoid all the sympathy people are giving her. Says, "No, I mean, I should have known. I'm gonna stay here." And then, oh my God, this beautiful bit where like Lou Grant, he just dead ass, and he just sells this so well to you. He like taps her hand a little, just taps the hand a little on the way out, as like a little take care of yourself. Oh my God, yes, beautiful hand.
Dragon, I think I have something for you. All right.
I mean, come on, it's just a little hand touch and he sells it. Give the man more awards. But not Freddie Highmore's the one that he deserves. I'm going to write letters to the Emmys. I'm going to write letters. I'm going to have this overturned. Spacey was in a coma. Anyway, so
okay, there. All right.
He was good, but he was in a coma. Those who watch House of Cards know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Mary whistles. So Mary whistles alone. You whistle some sad Christmas music alone. Mary, meanwhile, she's watching musical Christmas performances a little later on in the night. Again, she has the night shift essentially. Like the Nutcracker Suite's playing. She's kind of dancing around, all cutesy. And again, this is come on. It's for esque.
Yeah.
It's really cute, and then like this little dance is interrupted by "Hello there." She's oh my God, she's looking around. I'm like, hello there. She's being watched. And first I was thinking like the night watchman or something on a camera somewhere, but no, it's someone on the radio asking for Fred. It's Charlie.
Now this is another, just again, we keep throwing around the word pleasant, but seriously, how nice is this? Just I love this idea of like two strangers who have never talked to each other exchanging pleasantries on Christmas. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice. The idea that Charlie he annually talks to Fred on Christmas Eve. It's a little nice change of pace. It's Mary. He says like, yeah, it's me, Charlie. You know me, out the transmitter. Oh yes, Charlie at the transmitter. Right? She has absolutely no idea who this guy is. How is it being at the transmitter? Again, endearing Mary Tyler Moore right there. It's all pleasantries. Basically, she kind of asked to talk. Says, you said something about a joke because you was instantly coming on. Oh, Charlie, Fred, I got a joke to tell you, boy. Well, tell me a joke. Well, two guys, and what's your name? Mary. Oh, I can't tell you this joke. Probably the girl is named Mary, in order to the fact that, oh my God, it's such an innocent sounding name, I can't tell. Says, well, like, why don't we stick around and talk a little bit? So I hardly know you. Well, do you have kids? Says, yeah, I have 4 kids, 9 grandkids. I think he says 9 grandkids.
9 grandkids, yeah.
Well, you got 4 kids.
Right.
We got 3 kids per. Well, 3 to 2. I'm not going to do the math. The point is, 4 kids, 9 grandkids. This is I'm going to see them in 15 minutes. And more sad Mary. She won't be able to see her friends. Man, what about you? No family tonight. Aw. Well, nice talking to you, Charlie. She says with all the sincerity in the world.
Oh yeah, great. Oh yeah.
Over and out, and I love the little over and out Tiki. She just goes over and out. She has no idea the radio thing. It's like probably the first time she's ever used the radio like this.
I have been trained on how to use a radio, and that is definitely like even to this day that is what you do on a radio. You say over and out, but I digress.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just saying it's like, but the other guy didn't say over and out.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, the other guy's doing it wrong then. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Anyway, so the phone rings, no answer, really ominous, really creepy. She puts I love the fear acting on Mary Tyler Moore here. She just basically instantly puts the chair like to kind of barricade the door. She hears the elevator sound, it's coming up, and that is kind of intimidating when you think about it. She then calls Rhoda. Really fast.
I've literally read a lot of subreddit horror stories that have this exact same situation where it's like, oh, I was alone in the office past midnight, and then I heard someone coming up on the elevator. Anyways.
And anyhow, I will say this though, she calls Rhoda really fast. I mean, do you see how fast she called Rhoda? I mean, there's no ring or anything, no pause. Like instantly, Rhoda picks up.
Right.
Anyway, so she calls Rhoda and says, "Well, no, I can't call the police. What am I going to tell them? I heard an elevator." And this is so funny. The fear on her is hilarious. Again, so I know we keep repeating ourselves, but it's really hard to kind of explain. Like she's so endearing.
Yeah.
She's on the phone saying, "Well, I can't call the police until the murderer gets off the elevator." Anyway, so then oh no, it sounds like they brought a gang. There's more than one footsteps coming off the elevator. So, and then I love this. This is so nice though. It's so morbid, but it's so nice of her saying her last words are, "Rhoda, you've always been a best friend, and I really liked your Christmas present." Oh god. Anyway, so then she's kind of expecting she's armed with a Santa from her desk to beat one of the attackers. And then just like it's kind of menacing how they just kind of burst through the doors though. It's like it has their
I love the gesture. It's a very, very sweet gesture, but they probably should have thought it out a little.
Well, we know why. Again, we do know exactly why they did it the wrong way, because they say surprise, and then first of all she's a little terrified. Oh, it's scary to see this. I love again. She plays fear so well. Anyway, so Ted's idea apparently the reason it was so ominously construed is because Ted had the idea while Lou Grant was calling her. That's why there was no answer on the phone. Then Ted says, "No, don't call her. Let's make it a surprise."
God.
Only Ted Baxter would come up with the idea. Hey, let's surprise someone who's all alone in the office.
Right.
So Ted, so then Ted answers the phone. Is now ringing. He says, "Hello. What do you mean? Is this the murderer?" Says, "Oh no, that's from me. Wait, you're the murderer?" It's a little comedy there. She informs Rhoda all is fine. Hey, why don't you come over? And as she's on the phone, she's being informed. Hey, we're having not just your. Oh, they're having a Christmas party. No, we're having a Christmas party, which is
that
nice.
Lou Grant. Come on, man, that Lou Grant. Such a nice
I don't know. This might be a Scrooge moment. I don't know. I mean, he it's coming around and that he didn't intend on having a Christmas party, which he swore off because of Ted. So okay, Lou Grant's the really he's a self-realized jolly Scrooge. He's a self-realized jolly Scrooge.
I'm just gonna call him the Scrooge because there's no one else, but that's fine.
Yeah, but I feel so dirty calling him the Scrooge though. Anyway, so we're having a Christmas party, and tells Rhoda, "Hey, come on down." We get a round of thank you hugs. I don't know how subtle this gag is when she hugs Ted and he crushes his little fancy hat.
Right.
So then kind of our capper here, kind of our post-credit-esque scene is hey, there's a party at but a little capper, I should say. It's not even a post-credits. It's like, okay, we're having the party at Murray's, but we can't. And Lou Grant stops and no, we can't do it. We still got time until midnight. He says, "Oh, come on. Well, what's the difference?" Well, the difference is the general manager calls 2 minutes. Usually has a habit of calling 2 minutes to midnight to wish the night watchman a Merry Christmas.
Which I fucking love. That's great.
Because of course, the night watchman would mention if you've seen that one or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, someone in the buildings. Maybe that's why not much would be gone anyway. So basically says, "Oh, well, what are you gonna do?" So we have a half an hour to kill. Says, "Yep." And says, "Well, what are you gonna do?" Lou Grant's gonna do some paperwork. Murray's gonna do some writing. Ted's gonna listen to his album. Mary's gonna type some stuff up for Lou, and then they all kind of jolly kind of sing "Deck the Halls." Deck the halls with music.
Then Ted comes in for like an unwarranted big solo.
Basically, it's like imagine the Charlie Brown tree, and he puts the red bulb on it that kills it in the moment. He kills the decorated Charlie Brown tree. Is what he does. Is I've killed it. No. He comes in and he starts saying it's dead. It's dead air for a moment. Oddly enough, and then that's the end of the special.
Okay, and there we go, folks. So, Dragon, does it live up to expectations for you?
I can definitely see why they put it there, and I gotta tell you, it really holds up. It was a really feel-good special. I can kind of see this being a classic. I mean, I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's like definitively like my favorite Christmas special of all time or anything, but
yeah,
I mean, there's so much feel-good quality to this. Like, it's so hearty. It's so nice and pleasant. I know we keep throwing the word pleasant around, but
it's so true.
Like I said, just like from a historical perspective, I could definitely see like there's just so much like really, really, really nice sentimentality going on here. And I don't know. Again, I feel like this isn't the best podcast we've done because we just kind of keep throwing around the same words because it's just kind of like, it's so good. What more can you say about it? I mean, it really is one of the best wet that we've tackled in terms of just like, I don't know, it definitely gives you that Christmas feeling.
Yeah.
More so than a lot of others. It definitely kind of just fills you with like optimism for humanity in a way, which is what a Christmas special should do. So, all right. Okay, so let's go down the big laundry list of tropes we have here.
Okay, a lot of really clever decorations. Working on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah. Lou Grant is the very, very loose Scrooge.
Yeah. We have, the gift exchange.
Mm-hmm.
We have, talk of, a fireplace, eggnog, decorating the... Well, we saw decorating the tree specifically. We got let's see. So, we got Christmas carols. We got, deck the halls.
Of course.
Giving kind of the office Christmas party because it ends in kind of a Christmas party getting started.
Mm-hmm. Like Ted giving out the really bad selfish gift.
Yep. We have someone hiding gifts. His Phyllis. She's hiding gifts at the beginning.
All right.
Giving someone cash around the holidays.
Yes.
The
coveted, like someone trying to one up the other person's gift.
Yep, mentions of Hanukkah.
Oh yeah, the Jewish character around the holidays. That's a good one.
Yep, a Nutcracker Suite.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Our sad sack around the holidays.
Oh God. Yeah.
Which again, adorable sad sack, but still a sad sack. Come on, sad sandwich, Tiki. Sad sandwich. You should have had the perker up. You should have had some rock soup.
Oh God. I think rock soup would go good with any sandwich. Try again.
Or a can of seasonal Crimson Toro.
Oh God. Seasonal Crimson Toro.
It's Crimson Toro with a little some cinnamon and or some eggnog in there. And basically,
is there a pumpkin spice Crimson Toro for autumn?
Maybe. I'm just saying, when we see the Crimson Toro commercial, this is something we should have put in the super cabinets. I'm surprised neither of us did. If you see the Crimson Toro commercial, you basically see Alex Jeffrey and the wrestler in Christmas regalia, though, doing their wrestling kind of wackiness thing. These are Christmas regalia. Okay, let's see. So again, the Christmas card, Lou Grant, big staple, Christmas card. Snow out the window, looking really nice looking snow. And being alone around the holidays, which was then, friends coming to the rescue on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. Well, folks, we just broke down, like we said, what is considered to be one of the greatest Christmas specials of all time, and
that's kind of hard to argue.
Long list of tropes, long list of things that they get right, and you know what? That's what we're here to do. I feel like this is kind of like a very important specimen, a very important examination of what goes into a Christmas special and what makes it work. And gosh darn it, that's what we're here to find out.
But Tiki, listen, I gotta ask you, what do we call this process? What on earth do we? I mean, I'm not quite sure what we would call this. I mean, we have so many names cataloged at this point. It kind of gets lost in the scuffle, I mean, short of working, we're going to be racking this on our brains until Christmas Eve. And I want to work on Christmas Eve, Tiki. So tell me, what on earth do we call this process?
Putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope. Next time on Christmas in July.
Fa la 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 la. You got spunk. I hate spunk.